Good day, everyone. Hope you all are doing great. So here, I am going to show you one of the part of accounting softwares. I have done a lot of accounting softwares with double entries earlier. So this particular video is very specially to the audience that have actually commented that he needs guidance on the Wave and the Zero accounting software. So as I said, right, in my earlier videos, the comments that you have actually put, I will cover in my topic in my next video. So I have covered the Wave accounting software for this round. For the Zero accounting software, just stay tuned. I will go into that later for the next video. So let's all get started for the Wave accounting software. Okay, so here this is the Wave accounting software, and I'm going to share you a bit different here. So I'm going to share with you what is the nature of the business here and what is the company name. So here I have created Crazy Geeks and Berhad, and the nature of this business is to buy and sell stationery products. Okay, so that is the nature of the this business. So whenever you have your own business, a few things that you will record in your accounts is your sales, your purchases, and your bank transactions. So same thing, I am going to cover all these three things in this video. So first thing, we are going to go into the sales. Okay, sales. So you will send an invoice to your customer. So when you send an invoice to the customer, how do you create the invoice, right? That is the first question that will come up into your head. So here you go to create an invoice. Okay, you can add a customer and then you can put the invoice number. Okay, and then the PO number if you have, the invoice date, the payment due. So here I'm just randomly going to put a customer. Okay, let's say it's Mr. Jonathan. Okay, and then this is the date, payment due is on receipt. And now is the important part. I am going to put the double entry for this particular account. So add an item. Here I already have a revision book. That is the sales account that I have. You can always view the income account. So if you view the income account, you see the sales, it is under sales, product and services. One of the product is revision books. So that is why I put here. You need to always double check what is the income account. So you add the description that you want. So once you have already had the description, then you can put the quantity, how many quantities you want, and then the price. So as simple as that. Okay, so let's say I just put one quantity and it's a 40 ringgit. Okay, so here subtotal how much and what is the currency that you're using. So all the way go down, save and continue. So once you have save and continue, you can see in this Wave it is very detailed. So it is showing you the chronology that you have done. So you have created, someone needs to approve the draft. So let's, for example, your boss needs to approve the draft. You are an accountant. So once it is approved, then you are going to send the invoice. Okay, send the invoice here. I would just say mark as sent. Then now, here is the important part. Just now when we saw, right, the double entry was like this. It is you debit the trade receivable, Mr. Jonathan, you credit the sales, which is the revision books, right? Now we are going to record the payment. Okay, record payment here, very simple. It will be the other way around. So you record the payment. Okay, record the payment, it's very easy. The payment date when they paid, the amount. So I am going to stick with this date and the amount. So the payment method, any payment method, it can be credit card, PayPal, anything. So I just put bank payment. And this is very important, which is the account. Which account are you using here? Cash on hand. Okay. You can always go to your chart of accounts and create another account called CIMB Bank, Maybank, anything. It's all up to your business. And now you submit. So this is how you will record a payment for the invoice. So once they said the payment was recorded, you can send a receipt to your customer or you can just close it. Okay. Okay. So I just close it. So this is done. This is for the sales. Now let's go to the purchases. Okay, purchases. You need to be very cautious on this. You need to create a vendor first. Vendor here meaning supplier. So you add a vendor name. Here I already have a vendor named Population Number High. So I'm going to create a bill. Okay, what is bill here? When you receive your invoice from your supplier, that is when you will create a bill. So the bill here, you can put your invoice number that you have received, the date, the due date, the currency. And here you are going to choose the line item and the expense category. So here I have never put any item yet. So here I just choose any accounting expense, maybe for this population neighborhood, maybe office supplies, the necessaries. Then I put how many quantities and the price for each of it, maybe 4 ringgit. Okay, then 4 ringgit is the thing, I save. So please do remember in this interface you are going to put the double entry as you debit the expenses account, which is just office supplies. You will credit the population neighborhood, which is the vendor. So it is a liability for your company. Save, all good. So let's go to the payment. Okay, you will see very easy. You can see the payment status unpaid, and now they say what is the action. You can always go down, you can view, you can duplicate, or you can record a payment. So you record a payment. Same thing, payment method, how, bank payment, amount, date, and what is the account that you're using. So here I'm using the cash on hand. So that is all. If you have any description, you can always put in the memo. Save. So what was the double entry? It's easy. You will debit your vendor account, which is population number hard, and you credit the bank for it. So done. Now let's go all the way down to the transactions. These are for those transactions that you are going to key in related to cash. Just now was all related to credit, right? Credit sales, credit purchases. Now if you have any cash sales, cash purchases, how do you record? So you go all the way up at income. You write down the description. This is important. What is the other entry for this account? Okay. So if it is an income, you will debit your bank, right? So you debit your bank here, the date, it is deposit, and how much is the amount. This is the another entry. So since it's an income, you will credit your income account. So choose correctly what is the income. Sales means sales, you choose it, then you will save. Okay, I'm not going to save here because I already have created that account. If you want to go to cash expenses, which you have paid your expenses, normally I will say an example is utilities. So utilities, and then you put here utilities, you choose the account, cash on hand. So you are crediting this account, the date, withdrawal, and the amount. So here is the account that you will debit. So here is the expense. Go all the way down and then you choose the account that you want. So if it's utilities, then you save. Okay, this one is also something I have already recorded. So I'm not going to record it again. So this is done. We are now going to check whether all the transactions that we have key in is correct or not. You go to the reports, then you go all the way down to your account transactions, general ledger, all accounts date. Okay, so we see the receivables and the payable account together with the sales and purchases. Then it will automatically, you can see in your bank account. So first thing first, what we did was we record the invoice. So when we record the invoice, we will debit the trade receivable, which is Mr. Jonathan. Then we will credit the sales, which is Mr. Jonathan. Okay, just now was 40 ringgit, right? Because I already key in the 20 ringgit earlier. So this one is the 40 ringgit. Then we are going to pay Okay, so we are receiving, sorry, not paying, we are receiving the money from our customer. So when we receive our money, this is how it will be. We will credit the Mr. Jonathan's account receivable, and we will debit the 40 ringgit in our bank. Okay, so that is for the receivables. Now let's go to the payables. So payables, you receive the invoice from your payable. So first thing first, you will debit your expenses. Okay, you will debit your expenses just now 4 ringgit, and then you will credit your account payable 4 ringgit. Okay, so this is the bill you have created. Now you're going to pay, right? So you will debit the account payable and you will credit the bank for 4 ringgit. So this is all you have. You need to remember. That's all. It's very easy. So very short and precise. So learn this, understand the concept, then you can apply for any other softwares. So I hope you had a great time. Have fun. See you. Stay tuned. Bye.